Hello guys, today we want to visit and view one of the recent games in the uh, tournament, which was played between Maghsoodloo playing white and Prague playing black. Okay, so let's go through the game immediately. And before starting the game, it was very interesting that Vishayanan played the 1d4 for Maghsoodloo, Parham Maghsoodloo, and uh, they were just laughing. And after the handshake with Anand, both sides, after Prague handshake and Maghsoodloo handshake, they just started the game. And the interesting thing was that Maghsoodloo just played 1d4, which is exactly the same move as Anand played. So I don't. Is this braveness? Is this craziness? Okay, I can't call this thing uh, a special notation or something. Comment on that. Okay, but let's go through the game. Why not? So we have one. So let's visit via the white side. From the white side, Parham, as I said, played the move d4 as Anand played knight to f6 and bishop to f4. We have the immediate run. We want the immediate run. Why not? Okay. So after d5, e3, bishop to f5. So we have c4 break in the center. Okay. So c4 wants to attack the center. We have e6 and now queen b3. And here is the interesting part. And I was actually very shocked that because I was watching this game live, and here Prague went for knight to bd7. Okay, wait, went knight bd7. Okay, but as we know, in this position, knight to c6 is better try. Why not? And knight to c6 has this idea of if you not just take on b7 right there, there is knight to b4. Yeah, knight to b4, trying to force the rook. So if you play knight a3 or the best move here is actually maybe c5 move, but if you play knight to a3, let's see what happens then. After d takes c4, bishop takes c4, we have now bishop e4, attacking the queen and the g2 pawn, and which eventually just take the rook. Okay, so we have this move d5, d5, okay. If you just take this with the pawn, this is mistake because of bishop b5 check. Okay, so we did bishop b5 check. After c6, you just take it. If you play knight d7, I just take it. So actually, the point was after knight d7 is that I just okay. Actually, knight d7 is the best move in this position. But if you play c6, c6 is also playable. Knight d7 also playable. And if you take, it just takes with the king, right? Yeah, king takes. I see no problem here for black. What's the attack? So, nothing wrong with black position in this, right? So, but if you play c6, let's see what happens. After bishop takes c6, we have knight takes c6, queen takes c6, knight d7, and white has lost his bishop pair, and the position is somewhat double-edged. We must just play maybe f3 to prevent this bishop from taking this pawn right away on g2. So after the move f3, we have maybe I just play rook c8, queen a5, queen a5. Is queen a5 playable here? Queen a5, queen a5, then gets away, and something I don't like about the queen a5, because this rook is under attack, then what should we do about that? So after queen a5, so for example, it takes away with king f2, and at the same time, our bishop on e4 is under attack, and our rook on the attack on a8. So that's the problem I can see. But bishop b4 doesn't have this issue. Bishop b4 is playable here. It's good move actually. Bishop b4, one of the moves could be bishop b4 after king f2. We have now rook c8. Okay. But queen a5, I think it's strong. Yeah, after king f2 or king e2, as I'm checking the engine rise. Yeah, king f2 or king e2, then both pieces are under attack on e4 and on a8. So that's the issue with that. So, okay. But let's see. This was actually very crazy. One of the moves, of course, as I said, was c5 in this position, allowing black to just jump with check, knight c2 check, and here's the interesting and strange part begins. So we have king d1, rook b8, queen takes a7, and now if you just take on this, he has the move bishop takes on c7. So you must be a little careful here. After here, yeah, bishop takes c7 is the problem. Okay, so you can't just take it away. And I saw one interesting line that I can remember. It was maybe bishop d6 here. Bishop d6, if you just not take me, just take and then take. Wow, what a crazy line. Who plays like this? Bishop d6 to just prevent and just take. What are you doing? And this is already winning for black, maybe. We have the move, for example, knight c3. Knight c3, maybe just black can take on a1, or just yeah, just take on a5 maybe. But bishop b5 check comes, and then after king to f8, what's the problem? What's the problem of king to f8? Maybe just staying on simple development, and maybe to trap this knight. And okay, we have actually one pawn and one piece for a rook, but these two passers are very strong. Okay, so and the bishop color is also the same as this one, so you can protect this square. And this is already challenging for black to continue here. So after bishop b5, as I can remember, maybe rook takes b5 is possible. Knight takes b5, and now after castles, knight takes d6. Bishop, where does bishop go? Just taking this, or just playing knight c2. Knight c2. Oh, knight c2 actually, knight takes f5, and then king takes on c2 is the problem. So what happens after bishop g6? Bishop g6, then simple development, knight e2. If here, then king d2. Okay. After here, we have rook c1 for white. Sure, the materials are just equal, and why am I just playing this? Because Am I stupid? Okay, let's see. Three pieces, one rook, two passers for white, and this is just already winning for white here. Okay, so let's keep to the main lines, okay, because they made a lot of blunders. Both sides made a lot of blunders. It was very complicated game. Okay, so knight bd7, we have knight c3, takes some c4, bishop takes. This was actually okay. D takes c4. The idea was actually knight b6. Yeah, I can remember. D takes c4, knight b6. Yes, to hit this bishop. Okay, and Parham in that moment, after a ranking, he played the bishop to e2, preventing the loss of his bishop play. So, but the computer just says you just simply develop, okay? After knight after defeat, just takes and just play c6 to prevent this pawn from losing this, okay? So, after the move c6, castles, bishop, I can't remember either way. Bishop takes, and now if you just wait, what happened here? Mm, Rook f1, and if black just is just careless, okay, then e4, e5 is coming, and black is lost there, okay, so after just castle, we have just e4, and on. If you get back, we have e5 hitting the queen and the knight, and so this is just already lost for black here. So we have knight to e5, preventing this e4. So after just take, you just take back. Okay, so but let's go to the main fight here. It was I was telling that this Parham could have just played this, and this was actually better. Okay, so development is also better than the bishop pair. So bishop went to e2, and we see a good move from Praggnanandhaa, a5. Why not? Hitting this annoying queen on this fight. Okay, so a4 is just coming to cheat this queen away. Okay, so I just want to get rid of your annoying queen on b3, so I just play a5, a4. Okay, my strategies. Parham just played a3, Maghsoodloo played a3, okay? Prague, I don't know actually why Prague didn't just push away. So a5, a4, why not? Okay, a5, a4. What's the problem? Okay, if gaining a space, okay, and if it prevents b4 or b3, and this pawn is then get isolated here. So after a4, this has actually this tactical beneficiary for black. So after queen to t1, you cannot play b3 or b4. You just take. Okay, so after, for example, I make a move like this, then if you play, then it just takes, okay? Then it just takes, and this one is just isolated and will be a statistical weakness, okay? So, but he didn't go for the move a4. I was actually very surprised. He played the move c6. Not a bad move yet. c6 is another possibility, good move. Wants to prevent the knight jump, so after a4 should have been played first, and maybe just c6. Okay, so after here, Maybe now just c6. Okay. The move order was somehow strange for me that I didn't do that. Okay, so uh, c6 played right away. Bishop g5. We have bishop e7, knight to f3 just played, but we have a middle move. Knight to f. Or sorry, f3 just played. It's the typical Parham move. Okay. So it's a typical Parham move. He wants to just push. Okay, he wants to just push his pawns forward. F3, e4, and one day knight coming to e2, then starts the okay. So actually, he wants to just push these pieces away, and after Prodigious castles there, he wants to attack inside. He doesn't care about his game simply so much and wants to just give sacrifices and just make his opponent. Okay, so. Uh, we see and after and this is actually very true after he played as my YouTube channel was played that between Gucic and Parham Maghsoodloo from this when knight takes f7. Okay, brother, but making a hard situation for his opponent. Okay, so we have now the move f3. Sorry, I'm still so sick. Uh, but let's see what's the good move. Knight f3 could have continued the game after h6, bishop to h4, castle. We have now the move a4 there, queen e1, the only move. Knight coming to jumping on d5, bishop takes on f6, knight takes on c3, bishop takes. We see we have massive trades here. Okay, I try bishop takes on e7. We have knight takes on e2 with check. Okay, so queen takes, and rook c1, rook d8, and this is just rubbish endgame for both sides. So, but. We see just the move f3 from Maghsoodloo. Here, after the move a4 queen d1, we have knight to f d7, which is actually interesting. And I see the point of Prague doing knight to f d7. Okay, so you see that Maghsoodloo just played f3, weakening his dark squares. Okay. So he wants to eliminate this black dark square black white bishop here. Okay, so after trade, if I just trade this bishop, then the dark squares will become weak. Okay, so he tries this idea. A4, okay, knight f7 was the point was this. I want to trade and okay, then your dark squares will just become weak one. Okay, so okay, but the best move here was after h6. If bishop h4, then we have knight b5. Actually hitting the pawn on here. You don't have this move because I just go here. In some cases I can just take, but not in this one. I just go knight e3 and I'm just attacking your and you just lose a piece at least. Okay, if you play queen d2, I just take it here. Okay, so just you are lost, you're losing the piece. So the move e4 is not playable here. So knight takes d5 is the best move for white. After captures, bishop pieces, and then this now actually you see the point that this pawn is under serious attack. Okay, so you can come here, you can come here to attack this pawn. So after, for example, if you play king f2, we have the immediate bishop g5, and if you just play bishop e7, now your dark square, and also now you're actually your right square, okay, are getting back. So you must really be careful in this position. So, but let's see the continuation after this. Knight coming to c4, rook e2, still dry with best prey, but hard to play this position, okay? So after, sorry, e1 is, oh, it's just winning for white in this position, so you must not, of course, trade this, because this king is just too quick to get to a4, so after you just takes, your king is far away from this, protecting this pawn. So, sorry, after you just play money, just king here, king there, king there, king here, you will just lost in this position. So, but he didn't go for that idea. I'm just okay. Let's just see a trade, and just bishop. Oh, sorry, not it was not just playing. What am I saying? Knight f7. The idea was to tie the black bishop, so black square bishop takes. We have now the move e4 from Maghsoodloo. After bishop g6, we have knight to h3, castles, f6, f4. We have now the move e4, e5, and here e5 was good for black, and some other cases, rook f8, something like rook a to d8, rook f to e8 could also be played here. Okay, after, for example, this. Okay, the game is actually still draw, but e5 is not a good move. Is actually, sorry, is a good move. And now the problem was this move, d takes on e5. D takes on e5 was a trouble strategy decision from Maghsoodloo. Okay, so he could have continued by queen to d2 or just f takes on e5. If you want to take, just play f takes on e5. So let's see, after f takes e5, f takes d5, we have rook trade and just taking the pawn on a4. Bishop takes on e4, takes, queen b3 check. We have this knight sacrifice. Okay, so if you just take is blunder for white, this is very interesting. It is on e4, and you can't maybe believe it, but black is just winning this position. Okay, so if you go, the threat is actually to come here and to come here. Okay, so what do you want to play? Uh, Maybe what happens after bishop of 1? Yeah, oh, we have just this and just take the knight. Okay, after here we just take, you can't take because of this. And the threat also is just to take the bishop. So bishop f1 is not possible there. Rook e1, how about rook e1? Still the same move. Yes, queen e3, and just at least taking this. Sorry. Let me just cup of water. Yeah, but the computer suggests after this suggests bishop f3. Takes bishop f3 there. We have knight f2. Bishop takes f3. G takes f3. Rook takes f3. Rook f1. We have now king g5. H1. Right, queen d5. King d1. Rook f6. What is serious trouble there? Rook g6 is coming. The best move here is knight e4. And at least I can just take and just take this, and I'm just a lot of pawns up. So let's go back to the main variation. As I said, they made a lot of blunders in this game. So e5, d takes e5, naturalist blunder. f5, bishop to f7. We have queen e1, maneuvering the queen to the king side and wants to just attack the king. Okay, so queen g3. Oh, sorry, queen g3, which was actually played in that game. Queen g3, and here Praggnanandhaa played the bishop to c4, but it was maybe better to go knight b7 here, okay? To maneuver the knight over f6 and just to f6, hit this pawn, going there. What's this idea? So after here, so let's begin. What could be happening? Okay, it could be a line. I showed it immediately because we don't have a lot of time there. Okay, uh, so yeah, bishop to c4 just played. Rook to e1. He could have played rook a to c1. So let's see the difference. After rook a8, we have queen e3. Rook to e4, knight g5, bishop to e3. The threat is simple here. Okay, so after knight c4 anyway, queen e3, bishop takes on e2, knight takes e2. We have now rook e3 hitting the queen. Queen h5 takes this, and this game is already drawn. Okay, so but went for bishop c4. Okay, I said that. So we said this game with d4. And here Praggnanandhaa was just trying to start Maghsoodloo's pieces for the defense. Okay, so he played rook e4 for this to attack the pawn on e4, so the queen and the rooks cannot attack his king. So we have the move h3 now, freeing up a space for his king and also extra protecting this knight. We have b5, which is wrong. The best move here is knight to d2, rook e3, knight coming back, and then rook g8. But let's see the main line here. After b5, we have now the move f6. f6 move shot. The Prague. And so we just saw interesting eyes on Parham. So, but f6 was a very nice move. who plays f6 in this position. Okay. After takes, we have now rook e2, f2 attacking this. Now if you just play here, just takes, then just rook takes f6 is happening. Right, we have the best one, rook f4, rook 2 takes f4, e takes f4, rook takes f4, and after this game is still draw. But here he went for the bad move. Knight coming back on e7, Parham went knight h6, and the threat of knight to h6 is the immediate here, as you can see. We have now attack on the white rook by playing knight to d2, okay. After rook to e3, we have just queen e6, queen h4, knight to c5. After rook f5, which is Parham Maghsoodloo could have played just a move knight to f5 now. Okay, so let's see that game. Rook g3, rook takes g3, queen takes g3, queen d7, knight h6, queen g7, trade. Now just take, and eventually you can win this position here. Okay, so this is already a winning for Maghsoodloo. So, but he didn't find knight to f5, then rook to f5. Actually, in the game, I just played myself. I played rook to f5. Okay, so rook to f5 just was played. We have now the move b4. A takes b4, rook takes b4, queen g4, which is blunder. Rook to f2 was the best move from Parham, attacking this, and knight to f5 is coming also. King h2 to save his king. A lot of ideas here. For example, after here again, knight to f5, queen to f7. This position is again winning for white. Okay, so we have now the move e5. Okay, and this is just crushing for white. So, but I can play that. Then rook f5, queen g4. Queen g4 missed its chance, and Maghsoodloo was actually rook g3 to just mate on g7. After rook g3, I can remember he played rook to b8. So let's go. Rook b8, rook g3. Yeah. And here, actually, myself thought that queen d7 is good because we have the potential of just checking the black king there. Okay, so we have knight f1 sometimes to just win. So but the best move was actually to e7. Okay, so giving this file for the rook and just queen is defending this. Okay, so we have now king h2, but it wasn't played in the main game. King h2 we have here, and this position is drawish for both sides. There, okay, so here is not good move. Actually, queen f2 f2, because this move is just a blunder of knight d4, and you just hitting the knight on c4 and hitting the queen at the center. Okay, so this and this are the threats. So after this, what happens? We have now queen e7 again the same turrets. We just don't take on because we just take with check. Okay, so we have queen move and then we can just eventually take on d6 there. So I want now just reach the point where Prague just made a serious blunder. Final blunder of the new habit. So okay, rook f1 here. But the game, as I said, didn't go for this line. And instead, he played the move queen to e7. Sorry, queen to d7. So let's go queen d7 line. Queen to h1. The best move for white actually was to go exactly queen to h4. Threatening to take this and just if you just take I just mate it. Okay, so after this I just mate it. Like that. Here, for example, here, this take and just mate. Super line. To h1. We have knight coming to e6 is blunder because of rook takes f6 and this was actually the final move of the game and Prague thought a lot, was depressed, and what to do. If you just take, I just made you there. Okay? In this position, he should have played the move queen to e7, protecting this. Game could have continued like this, but there is a slight advantage for white. Yes, stays. White has a slight advantage, but I believe that this position is a still draw. So let's continue. Yeah, this is actually just draw. Because I just take something like this. But in that position, after the blunder, shocking blunder, knight e6, even a low-rated player doesn't play that. Yeah, after here, knight so sorry. Move queen to d7. Which one? Yeah. Knight to e6. What was it doing? Maybe it was his aim was to just I just see the point. He wants to protect this square with his knight and then penetrate with his queen, okay? So this you can take because of this, okay? So what's this idea here? Oh, maybe he wanted queen g7. Wait. Queen g7 is the point. Yeah. For example, if white goes here, then we have the move queen g7, maybe? Queen g7. Yeah, queen g7 is good for black. Okay. That's the end of this video. Please don't forget to like and comment. And please subscribe to the channel. Thank you boys for your time. I hope that I will just get better. I'm very sick and there are not my good days now, okay? So I have a lot of problems, a lot of business, but I still have the same issue. It's the main issue of me that I get the court. Thanks for watching this video anyway, and goodbye for now. See you next time soon. Goodbye.